Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Inflation is in fact probably temporary.
Inflation is here to stay. It's not transitory.
Inflation seemed to be transitory.
We think inflation is a real problem. We don't think it's transitory.
Isn't that amazing? And you're listening to these people, these jibber jabbers, on these financial shows, the fake business news networks? Are you nuts? How can you make any decision listening to these people? Remember what their job is. Their full-time job is not to represent you. See, people fail to realize, after the market crashed in 2008, there was a decision made by our owners. We're talking about the 1/100th of 1 percentile, the richest people in the world who control the banking cartel. They made a decision. Do we take care of ourselves in the 1 percentile, or do we take care of Main Street? If we're going to take care of Main Street, we have to get right into a recession. Very important. That's the only way you can fix a broken economy. After a market drops and crashes, you always would go into a recession. It's a belt tightening. You get rid of your debt. Corporations, even the government, would get rid of debt. People, individuals, clean up their balance sheet, get rid of debt. And when you came out of the recession, you'd have a strong economy, strong growth, strong economic growth, strong jobs. But there was a problem after this 2008 crash. We had the same bad guys making decisions that got us into the crash. And their decision, they decided they didn't want to benefit Main Street. They wanted to take care of themselves. They didn't want to go into a recession. They didn't want to touch the banks. They wanted to prop the banks up and prop the economy up, not fix it. And their loyalty, remember, their loyalty, and that's what you're seeing today. I know everybody's wondering. What's going to happen with the market? I'm going to tell you exactly what the market's going to do, and I'm going to be 100% correct. I'm going to tell you that. Just like I said to you the other day, don't buy the banks. Don't buy the banks. And I was 100% correct with that. So, again, I'm going to tell you today exactly what this market's going to do. But first, you've got to understand the owners, after the crash, they decided to financially engineer the market. That's what we're seeing. What we're seeing today, where the market was down yesterday, almost 1,000 points, 900 points rather, and then today back up nearly 600 points, now at 600 points. That kind of movement back and forth, that's very volatile. That tells you we are heading for a big correction. That's not good. Remember that. That's a signal, that kind of volatility. But nobody's going to tell you that. So they decided that they're going to take care of investment banks, get them back on their feet as quick as they could. Who's that? Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Citigroup. And they're also going to get back on their feet Blackstone. These are private equity firms. Blackstone, Apollo Group, Carlyle Group. You've heard of him. The Bush family's tied in big with Carlyle Group. KKR. That's what they decided. They decided we're going to take care of ourselves. And how do they take care of themselves and the 1%? By taking care of the investment banks and the private equity firms. And they said, screw Main Street. We'll tell Main Street, we'll convince them they're doing terrific. We'll make sure they have easy access to capital and rates and credit cards, and they can charge everything, get a school loan. They'll think they're doing terrific. So you also got to understand what they did and why we're seeing this move where yesterday the market was down 900 points. Today the market's back up 600 points. They also made sure that bonds no longer tied to the bond market. What's that mean? When they engineered the stock market back in 2008 to benefit only the investment banks and private equity groups, i.e. Wall Street and the 1 percentile, they also had to make sure the bonds no longer were tied to the bond market, meaning when there was inflation, bonds would rise. They would rise. But bonds no longer reflect that inflation. We have inflation of 15%. Bonds shouldn't be going down. They should be going down from 172 basis points in April of this year down to where you were this morning at 118 basis points. What are you, nuts? When you have tremendous inflation? But remember, they lie about the inflation. That's another reason why you're seeing what's going on today and yesterday. And they also, remember, made sure that the stock market no longer reflects what's going on. That's right. So the bond markets would no longer reflect inflation, so they could cheat on the inflation. And the stock market would no longer be connected to the real economy, the real market. Example, the market right now is 50% higher than it should be. In some cases, we're 70% higher than we should be. And that's why this is going to be a fantastic crash when it occurs. Remember what else they did. Big tech. There's 6 big tech stocks that are in the S&P 500. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Tesla. Again, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Tesla. You know them all. You're in them all. Now understand this closely, what's going on. Part of the engineering is they want to load up the S&P 500 with these big 6 tech stocks. They contribute now $8 trillion or 26% toward the total $33 trillion of the remaining 945 stocks. Now think about that. I just said 6 stocks are in total control of the S&P. 6 stocks. So the idea is, as long as they could keep bond rates artificially low by doing QE, what's that? Printing money, going and buy 10-year treasury to drop interest rates low, then these 6 big tech stocks would be the rocket ship to push forward the stock market. The S&P would, like a rocket ship, push that forward, creating an illusion. That the economy was good. If you took those 6 stocks away, and believe me, they talked about it often because it's too much, it's overweights it, and you don't get a true, look at the stock market, what it's really doing. And what they did on top of that, they took in parking space in everyone's head, all the Main Street folks, that the market reflects how well the economy is doing, which can't be further from the truth. So our economic GDP growth, if we have such a great economy as they're telling us, why is our economic GDP growth just 1.8% over the last 13 years? And I'm including that robust Q1, first quarter of this year, up 8%. The second quarter of this year, up 6%. I'm including that. If you go back 13 years, take every quarter, average it, we're only at 1.8%. That's what we're growing. Wait a minute. China's growing 18%. Hear what I said? 18%. We're growing 1.8%. We're not growing at all. So you understand what I'm telling you? All this financial engineering is finally starting to fall apart. That's what you're seeing. And What is the market going to do? I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be 100% correct.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. For 13 years, we've been lied to by our owners, the ones who control the Federal Reserve, who collude with the fake Business News Network. In 2008, as I told you, they decided to screw Main Street. All their effort was going to be going towards the investment banks, the biggest investment bank, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, BAC, and Citi, and the private equity groups, Blackstone, Apollo Group, Carlyle. That was their whole goal because that's where their money was. Now, they also knew what was on the horizon was big tech stocks. It was taking over everything. So they were going to invest heavily into big tech. So the bottom line is, 8 years ago, everything went to take care of Wall Street and the 1%, and they said, screw Main Street. They made sure the bonds no longer tied to the bond market. So anytime there was big inflation, they could lie and say inflation, oh, it's at 2%. Everything's at 2%. When you and I are going to the movie theaters, out to eat, go buy food, we know it's not 2%, but they lie. They could get away with it because they made sure the bond market no longer was tied to the bond. Bonds were no longer tied to the inflation. Remember, bonds are tied to inflation. Anytime there's inflation, those bond yields should be going up. But instead, the bond yields were going down. Now, if you remember last week, or about 2 weeks ago, I told you as these bond yields were going down and the stock market was going up, that this market was heading for trouble. Bond yields going down, the stock market was going up. But why was the stock market going up? Here's what people wouldn't believe. They don't understand how it was rigged. When you have just 6 big tech stocks driving the entire S&P 500 stocks, 6 stocks contribute $8 trillion or 26% towards the S&P 500. That's incredible. So they financially engineered the market back in 2008, but especially in 2013 when the big tech stocks are really taking off. They knew they could keep the S&P going up. They could just keep telling people, all they had to do is convince Main Street that the stock market reflected how well the economy was doing, which was a lie. Stock market doesn't reflect how well the economy is, and the market kept going up and up. The S&P is up over 300%, nearly 300%. Why? Not because of good earnings, not because of business investment, not because of all the things that drive it. It was totally moving to the upside because it had a booster, a rocket booster. 6 stocks, 26% of them, $8 trillion. That's what was moving it. And so it was hiding all the bad stocks in the S&P. They hid the bad stocks. It masked those bad stocks. So every time you saw the S&P going up, the fake Business News Network go, oh, look at this. Wow, look how strong the economy is. It had nothing to do with the economy. It had to do with financial engineering. If you knew that, you could make a fortune. All you do is follow the flow of money. You can't listen to what they say because they don't even agree with each other.
Inflation is, in fact, probably temporary.
Inflation is here to stay. It's not transitory.
Inflation seemed to be transitory.
We think inflation is a real problem. We don't think it's...
They can't even get together themselves because the market was rigged, and they know that. Why do you think Varney said,
Don't ever take investment advice from me.
and why do you think Kudlow says,
I buy it and I hold it and I just pray every night. Deep prayer and meditation.
yeah, that's how they buy stock? Because they know it's rigged to the upside. So here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen with the market? That's your big question. What's the market going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you. If you take the stock market, take the Qs, okay, the NASDAQ 100, that's all you have to do, and you know exactly what's going on. You take the NASDAQ 100, okay, those are all the big tech stocks. Now remember what happened yesterday. The market went down big time, nearly 900 points, with the yields going down. That makes no sense, because that's an environment that the big tech stocks love. So why were tech stocks going down when yields were at a 5-month low? So this morning they turned around and they did some more financial engineering. What they do this morning? The plunger team comes in and they decide before the market opens, go in and buy some index futures. So this morning we woke up, the market was already up 200 points. Why? Because they rigged it from a 700-point close the night before by going in pre-market, the plunger team, and purchasing index futures. That's what they did. That's how they rigged it to be up 200 points this morning. And then you got, if the S&P, now think about this, if the Qs can't stay above the high, can't get above the high of 365 and hold it at least for a week, you know you're going to either get your first 10% correction in the market, then you'll get another rally, and then it'll followed by a big crash. So keep your eye on the Qs. Also, go take a look at your FANG stocks, your popular stocks, all of them. Look at them. It's unbelievable. They should be flat. Yesterday, they should have been taken off, but they didn't. So this morning, how did they get the yields to go back up? They wanted the yield. Remember, the yields were low yesterday. Dropped down yesterday to about 100, and I think it was about 118. Or this morning, yesterday it was about 124. This morning, it started out 118. Then it immediately moved up to 120. So how could they get the yields to move from 118 to 120 this morning? Easy. It was financially engineered. The Federal Reserve turns around and takes treasuries that they hold on their balance sheet and sell them. And that way it forces the yields to go back up. And what does that do? I'll explain when I get back. Join my gang. Free for 10 days. Then you'll know what you're doing.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night. You don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, if you want to know where you should be in the market at any given time, and you're going to know with confidence what the market's going to be doing. Because remember, the market is forward-looking, and if you want to have that confidence, then just join my gang. For 10 days, it's free. Now, at the beginning of the show, I told you the biggest question now is because the market went down nearly 900 points yesterday, and now it's back up 600 points today. What's that tell you? It's telling you that's volatility. It's telling you the market is in deep trouble. That's the last thing you want to see. Now remember what happened. Yesterday, when the yields dropped, I've been saying all along, how could the stock market be going up? In other words, I kept telling everybody, stop believing the fake business news people, the jibber jabbers. The market is going up on they have a booster, a jet booster tied to it. Think of it that way. 6 NASDAQ stocks act as a booster. They contribute 26% or $8 trillion to the S&P 500, which is $33 trillion. If it wasn't for those stocks moving higher since 2008, especially in 2013, the stock market would be halfway where it is now. It's 50%, even more than that. It's more like 60%, but let's use 50% overbought. It's gone up 50% too high because of the way they engineered it. Why? Because what they cared about in 2008, they were going to take care of the investment banks, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, BAC, and Citi, and they're going to take care of the private equity firms, Blackstone, Apollo Group, Carlyle, i.e. Wall Street. That's what they're going to take care of. And they knew how to do that by bringing a program called quantitative QE, where you simply print and print and print and print, keep buying treasuries to keep driving those yields down, because they knew they couldn't get the S&P to go up. They couldn't get good earnings. It was destroyed it would take 2-3 years to fix the market. And they didn't want to go into recession. So they said, okay, it's taking too long. We want to get rich now. So let's turn around and we'll do QE, drop all these interest rates, and because the timing was perfect, the moon, the stars, the sun, everything was lining up because the tech industry started to boom. And what they knew was that low interest rates will drive those big tech stocks up no matter how bad the economy is. And they had their cheerleaders. They had the fake business network to do the dirty work for them, to lie every day, say, look at the economy, how great it is. Look at the stock market, it's the economy, look how great it is. And the market kept going up and up. And it was a wonderful way to create a lot of wealth. If you knew what you're doing, you created a lot of wealth. All you had to do is stay with those 6 stocks. Now, finally, 13 years later, it's taken one hell of a toll on the Main Street. Main Street's got destroyed. Their economy's destroyed. They've been surviving now on stimulus, printing checks, giving them money. That's what they're surviving on. Main Street is right now is surviving on stimulus checks. And they lied to you, say, oh, no. Stimulus is not a life support for an economy. What the hell do you call it if you don't call it a life support? Of course it's life support. But now, after 13 years, they destroyed Main Street and they destroyed the middle class, and that's what you see yesterday. At some point, you're going to see a crash, and this is what you first see. Remember I told you you're going to see a 10% correction first. Look, think about it. If they're putting in every day $215 billion to purchase bank debt because the banks are so weak, you think they're doing that because the banks are strong? They're printing $120 billion a month to monetize all the corporate debt. Fancy word means they go buy their corporate debt, so they inject them with new money so they can stay alive. This has been going on for 13 years. What do you think? It's going to go on for another 13? Main Street has gotten destroyed because of it. They gotten destroyed. They have no good jobs. They're all service jobs. Company CEOs never took any money in the last 13 years and throw it back into business investment. They took the money and did stock buybacks to keep pushing up the market for 13 years. I'm sorry, at some point, a party comes to end. All parties come to an end. And if you want to join my gang free for 10 days, you'll say, I'm glad I did, because I'm going to make a lot of money on the way back down if I missed it on the way up. And the answer is clear. When you see, from now on, I'm telling you, if you don't see in the next week and a half, you don't see that the Qs make an all-time new high and hold it with good volume, and if you don't see those stocks, Apple make an all-time new high and hold it for at least a week, Netflix, Google, and Microsoft, if you don't see that, then you know the crash is coming closer and closer. Now, what they do yesterday and today? Well, they knew the big tech stocks. I said last week that when we saw the yields going down, remember I commented, I kept talking about those yields are going, that tells us the economy is getting worse and worse, but they're lying to you. The fake business news there, it's getting worse. And remember Maria Bartiromo, I pointed out, she finally came out and said what I said. Here, listen.
It's a head scratcher. Yields have gone down. Look at where the 10-year yield is this morning, down another 2 basis points.
See, she knows. Yields are down. It means nothing more than the economy is blowing up from within. But listen to this today. Listen to this. The idiot on CNBC.
Somebody who thinks it's going to be a strong opening, a strong economy, maybe you hedge your bet by taking the other side of it in the Treasury market. Because I can't imagine that there are investors who saw this.
Oh, we didn't see it? I was talking about it last week. This is 2 weeks ago. I was talking about it. Maria was talking about it. Both saying the same thing. How the hell can these yields be going down like this and the stock market going up? It doesn't work that way. Now today, they're worried. They got to get the banks back up. So what did they do today? They turned around and they said, okay, let's turn around, and this is the Federal Reserve. We're going to sell the treasuries that we have to move yields back up because the banks got so destroyed yesterday, we got to get these banks back up. They don't make money when yields are this low. They can't make money on a yield that's at 118 basis points or 120 basis points. They can't make money. They can't get mortgages to make money. So they panicked today, turned around and said, all right, the plunger team turned around and said, okay, let's move the banks up today. So let's sell treasuries that we have on our balance sheet, and we'll move the yields up from 118 to 120 today, hoping the banks would go up. Well, that didn't work out very well either. I mean, just go take a look at the banks. I told you 2 weeks ago, don't get involved with these banks. So now they're trying to push the banks up today, and I mean, they're out of their minds. Unbelievable. I mean, that's like taking a rowboat and try to row up Niagara Falls from the bottom up to the top. So here, take a look at Bank of America. So Bank of America, somebody's listening to CNBC, telling them to buy banks. It went from $36.80 to $37.80, right? But the trend is all down. The money's flowing out. If anyone went and bought that thing, see, if you were with me, you wouldn't have bought it because it stayed red. In other words, the trend was down. You would have never bought Bank of America today, even though it was going up. You never, because it's telling you that even though the stock went up, it's temporary. Because guess what? The trend of money is still going out. So the bottom line is, this is no surprise. We're reaching that point. But in the meantime, you got to learn how to make money. Look, do you really think that we're going to do another 13 years where we take the 6 big tech stocks, keep driving yields down, and keep pushing them up, and that's all we do every day for another 13 years? No. Yesterday and today is telling us it's over. And the test is going to be this week and next week. Can the Qs make new highs and hold? And can the 6 stocks make new highs and hold? No. Join my gang free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so here's what is going on. Again, think about it. Since 2008, and just most recently, think of what they've been doing. They've been telling us that stimulus does not mean an economy is on life support. What the hell does it mean? If you got to give people $3,200 each, every adult, and you got to do it, and you got to give every individual $1,200, and you got to give every child, start sending them $300 each, plus a stimulus check of $1,400. Plus, you got to print $10 billion to give everybody money so they can pay their back mortgage, their payments, their utilities that are backed up, their association fees are back up, real estate taxes back up. What is that called? That means the economy's doing good? Then they came out with a family plan. Just started this week, $3,600 or $300 a month for each child. That must be the economy's doing terrific. That's why we do that. Oh, and they printed another $35 billion to extend the PPP for small businesses. They printed another $350 billion to extend to state and local governments, help them out. Oh, I see, but no, I'm looking at it wrong. That means it's a strong economy. Yeah, see, they say it's a strong economy, but yet when you go and point out to them, our growth is only going up 1.8% over the last 13 years on an annualized basis. I'm sorry, that's the number. And you can throw in your 6% and 8% for the first and second quarter. I'm sorry. China's gone up 18%. See, they got the growth because, see, they're smart. They're saying, we know what makes an economy. Build stuff, manufacture stuff, and then sell it to somebody. Manufacture stuff. And our people are saying, no, that's wrong. Let them all manufacture stuff and sell it to people. No. Let's just keep printing money. Let's keep printing money and give it to folks. Let's just, give everybody the $300 a month child. Give them another $1,400, and also extend the unemployment checks on top of the state checks they're getting. No, that's what we're doing. We're going to print all this money and keep giving it to the people called stimulus. But don't you dare say the stimulus means that economy's on life support. How long can that keep going? Anyone with common sense, it's got to stop. And that's what we saw yesterday. When you get a swing 900 points down, we closed down 700 points. Today we're closing up almost 700 points. What does that mean? That's financially engineered because they got scared now. Who? The Federal Reserve. They got scared because now they know they got big trouble with the big tech stocks. They're going to start falling apart. And remember, the whole thing with the tech stocks was to drive for the last 13 years big money towards Goldman Sachs, towards all the investment banks, and towards all the private equity firms. That's all, not you. Now they're getting scared. They see what's going on. When the rates dropped yesterday, the big tech things move up anymore. Now they look at their banks, and the banks are going down. So today they say, all right, let's turn the banks around. Who's they? That's the plunger team. That's the plunger team. That's the Secretary of Treasury, the Chairman of the Federal Reserve, the Chairman of the Securities Exchange Commission, and the Chairman of the Commodities Future Trading Commission. They all get together with the President, and they say, what should we do with the market today? And when they looked and they saw what happened with the banks, we better move them back up. Go take a look at them. Here, J.P. Morgan went up 3% today, but it's got to go 15% more to make a new high to prove that it's a reversal. It's not going to make that 15% high. Now, Bank of America, okay, it went up 3% today. I'm sorry. It's got to go up another 16% to prove they're in the game. These guys got to make new highs. You just don't go in and buy these here. And this is what we do every day. Every day we tell our members exactly. We do a video every day with every one of our stocks, tell them exactly what to do. To buy, to sell, to add on, to sell short, or to run like hell. And you're always going to be on the right side. I promise you. At the end of 10 days, the one thing you're going to learn is, you know what? I'm always on the right side of these transactions. And I don't worry anymore. If you look at their job, the Federal Reserve, is to keep interest rates low, to keep propping up those 6 big tech stocks, to keep pushing up the S&P, because otherwise that S&P would never go up as it has in the last 13 years. Never gone up 400%. The Dow and the S&P would have never gone up 300%. Never. But now they're running out. They're running out of jet fuel. And here's the other thing. When they're doing that, what was the job of the fake business news network? To give you hope, to give you optimism, to get you fully invested, get you to believe in this crap. And to get you so excited, you're saying, I must buy more stock on margin. Then they want you to get into the state where the euphoria sets in, that you think you're a genius. Everybody thinks they're a genius now. Then all of a sudden they got to get you where you're complacent. You're really complacent. Oh, nothing's going to happen. This is what. No, the market's so strong. I listen to Kudlow. Oh, they're strong. But now comes the margin calls. Wait till these margin calls hit. That's another reason they had to drive the stock market up today artificially. And how they do it? The Federal Reserve. What do? They print money and they go buy treasuries. But when they sell treasuries like they did today, they can manipulate the yield to move the banks up. And that's what they did. But it's not enough. Anytime you have a big drop in the market, to have a key reversal, to know that we got a key reversal and the drop is over, it takes 3 days. The first day, like today, means nothing. You got to have 2 more days, that each day the volume is higher than the first day. It's that third day, if it makes new highs, that stock, like I told you about the Qs have got to make new highs and hold. Then that is called the key reversal, the key part of reversal. We're only in one day. This is stupid. It's unbelievable. So, again, all these people, they've done their job for the last 13 years, but now they're so greedy, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They can't get off. They're stuck on heroin. They can't get off these big tech stocks. But boy, today they did. They were scared as hell, and they started to buy the banks, and they had to move the yields up. So they had to start to say, oh yeah, interest rates are going up, so banks are going to make more money. So go in and start buying banks. So that's what they're telling you all day on TV. All right, look. All you have to do, make a deal with you. You join the gang for 10 days. And you get the color-coded chart free, get the membership free. Every day at 2 o'clock, if all you want to do is this, at 2 o'clock, go to the video where Steve will tell you, he's head of our education part, what to do with each one of our stocks that's in our portfolio.
Schlumberger still holding short with a stop at 27.75. If you want to take a little bit of profits in here, that's fine.
Who does that for you? Who does that for you at each one of your stocks? They don't. There's nobody that does that for you. Look, if you don't believe that all this money they're spending on stimulus, Biden's 1.9 trillion, Trump's 2.3 trillion, what am I talking about? 3.5 trillion for Trump. You got another, now we got another 2 trillion for Biden. Now we're going to do another 3 trillion. And guess what? That's for free college, community college, paid family leave, universal pre-kindergarten. They're calling it infrastructure. When do you stop doing this? So the idea is keep printing this money, give it to people, create an illusion the economy's doing great. Tell people, look at the Federal Reserve. Look at the stock market. The stock market's the economy. And what we'll do is keep taking those 8 stocks, those 6 stocks, and we'll keep powering them ahead. Keep powering them ahead. And you should be riding those stocks. And we've been in those stocks. And I'm going to tell you where you also, do you remember all the cruise lines? When everybody's telling you to buy the cruise lines, we shorted the cruise lines. When everybody was telling you to buy the airlines, we shorted the airlines. Look, Love, 20% return. CCL, the cruise line, Carnival Cruise, 26% return. Las Vegas Sands, the casino, 23%. We were shorting these. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 20%, 26, 23. What I'm telling you is every gang member, if that's their stock, they had the opportunity to make that money because the color-coded chart turned red, told them what to do. That's the key. 85% of you never know when to get out of a stock. Not when you're with me. You know exactly because the chart tells you. It tells you. What can you do better than that? But don't listen to these people that are telling you this economy is terrific and look how great we're doing. No, this stimulus means that we are on life support. Learn how to sell short the market. It's so easy. Join my gang for 10 days and you will learn. Help St. Jude when you start making money too, please.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.